Welcome to another episode of The Raw Truth. As always, I'm your host, BX Bad Boy, and today we're going to be talking about Diaper Donnie. Well, as I stated, talking about Diaper Donnie. I don't know why people don't get it. He's a big fucking baby. A sore loser. Pathetic. And all his sycophant replicants, that's the best way to put it actually, but I was going to say Republican friends, they have to kiss his ass. They're trying to keep his base. They know they're not going to win. They have no intention of winning. They have only intention of kissing ass. They're sick and twisted, but our democracy, our United States is so the opposite. It isn't united. It's super divided. And it doesn't make any sense. He's literally violating the Constitution, and the Constitution people, which are the Republicans, aren't doing shit about it. They're letting him go. You are not allowed to interfere with the election. Him calling every state and be like, hey, can you, just do me a favor, solid, turn it over, okay? Because I'm special. Is illegal. And everybody says it's illegal, but nobody's doing anything about it. And it just makes me sick that nobody in the right or wrong mind are doing anything about this. And we're back to the stupidity, because like during the election, Trump supporters are saying in one state, count the votes, in another state, stop counting, depending if he was winning or losing. Now Donald Trump himself is saying vote, but don't vote. It's rigged, but still vote. You can't contradict yourself in a sentence and expect people to trust you. And the thing is, nobody wants to trust that you're right. Go vote. Everybody wants to believe in the negativity. Nobody wants to believe in anything positive, because positivity is hard to understand. It's hard to quantify. But it's not hard to go, oh, the world is out to get me? Oh, wow, my vote don't really count? Oh, wow, I'm not a racist? They can't face reality, because reality is hard to swallow. But negativity is so easy. I ask people this 1,000 times. Is it easier to love someone or easier to hate them? And you know what they all say? Easier to hate them. Easier to be alone, but yet united. Isn't that a contradiction? So now, the Trump voters and Republicans that support his idiocracy, they want you to leave them the fuck alone, but they want you to do what they say. Huh? So you want me on your side, but you want me nowhere near you. Doesn't make any sense. So the thing here is, everybody is saying the same shit. I can't believe. Why can't you? A bully and a racist and a sexist pig, this is exactly what they do. When they lose, they fight the system, so to speak, that made them lose. They don't take losing well. Fuck, the son of a bitch couldn't take winning well. What made you think he was going to take losing well? How did you not see this coming? All of it. He not only said it, it's his MO. He's a bully. He's a bigot. He's a racist. He's sexist. He thinks women belong in the kitchen. He believes that he's king. What the fuck? How do you not see this? Everybody wants to talk about it. What's there to talk about? He's a douche. We have to fight him and make sure he doesn't steal this election, because that's what bullies do. They bully their way into getting whatever they want. If it's not your lunch money, it's your sneakers. If it's not your sneakers, it's your respect in the fucking locker. These are bullies. This is what they do. I don't get it. Why you don't get it? There's no way that society is this stupid. Is it? Well, we at least know 71 million Americans are this stupid. But I'm not even talking about the 71 million that are this stupid. I'm talking about the 75, 76, or whatever, 80 million that were smart enough to vote for Biden. Which are the ones shocked by Trump and his actions, Trump and his sycophants, Trump and his lawsuits. Like, they're like, oh my God, don't you realize how stupid you are? He does. But he needs to muddy the water to be successful. Because now no one can see what's going on. When you're too busy focused on... As a matter of fact, he's pulling a Houdini. He's distracting you while he makes the elephant in the room disappear. And you idiots are allowing him. By dare assuming to be, I'm so shocked. Wonder what he's up to. Do. That's like asking, what does a bank robber do for a living? Sell shoes. Fucking morons. But I digress. Just like idiots that are so shocked that Giuliani caught COVID. Oh, shocker. Now, we'll tell you this. I don't believe it. It's a little convenient that he caught COVID at the worst part of this bullshit tirade against the powers. He's lost every court case from here to Budapest, except one or two that have nothing to do with fraud. And I think he's at 48 now. 48 losses. Now all of a sudden, he's got COVID. Convenient timing much? Just like Donald Trump. Convenient timing much that he got COVID right before the election. And the debates. Convenient much? I can't stand the stupidity of acting like, oh my God, where's this coming from? Really? Really? Well, where this is coming from, I guess you assholes forget what it's like to be bullied. Well, I'll remind you. The bully comes into the room, spots you in the corner, sees you're innocent and out for you just to get through your day. Ooh, victim. Comes over to you, punches you in the face, says, give me your lunch money. So you give him your lunch money, you think it's over, then the next day, does it again. Next day, does it again. I don't have any lunch money. Okay, punches you in the face anyways, give me your sneakers. Do my chores, do my laundry, fucking do my math homework. This is what bullies do. They try to scare you into giving them what they want. That's exactly what Trump is doing. He's trying to scare everybody, in power anyway, into giving him what he wants. And since he can't scare them, he's trying to shame them. Like many Republicans that are following his lead, their shame, I don't want to be fucking talk shit about in public by Trump. Nobody would want to be my friend. Pussies. Oops, did I say that out loud? So, he tries to bully. Bully doesn't work. He tries to con. Con doesn't work. The next step is to shame him. Kemp is one of his still biggest fans or biggest supporters. But he just can't violate the law. And the damage report said it right. if they only just had one shred of evidence to allow the courts to twist that evidence into bigger amount of evidence, then those judges that Trump put in power could probably turn the election in their favor. But they don't have one credible evidence. And that drunk bitch that was, man, you thought you doing the mug, candies and ice creams. You touched it, didn't you? You pervert. That silly bitch didn't help. Oh, if I signed an affidavit, if I go to jail, did you? What would he need to sign an affidavit for, you stupid bitch? He's questioning you. He's not testifying, you silly cunt. You are. And she's got a criminal background for cyberbullying and violating other federal laws. Then they got a pedophile. Where did he find these people? Or sex offender, whatever, same difference. Where do they find these fucking people? They'll take anyone off the street, pay them fucking 50 grand, lie in court for me. Plain and simple. And being that we're in such a recession, I guess you want to call it, where everybody's broke and they need the money, of course these fucking idiots will go, I'll do it, I don't care if I look stupid and drugged up and a drunk, let me do it. And of course, we humor these fucking idiots. I don't like it. I think those idiots need to be strung up and quartered. But, you know, that's just my opinion. I'm not saying anyone should do it or anything like that, because, you know, that gets you in lots of trouble. But if it was done, I wouldn't exactly go, I didn't see this coming. Where's the idiot button when you need it? And for once in my life, I am not afraid to hit that button. For two reasons. One, you get rid of all those idiots. Guaranteed. And if I'm the idiot as well, I won't have to live anymore in this nightmare. So it works for me. So if the idiot button takes me out of this nightmare, hey, if the idiot button doesn't attack me because I'm not an idiot, and it goes after those fucking morons, peace. But unfortunately, the idiot button is only a fantasy. All the shit that the fucking inventors invent, they couldn't invent one of those. Also, on another note, please subscribe and like, and let me know what you think. Negative or positive is fine. I mean, just be respectful. I'll be respectful to you. You're respectful to me. By all means, tell me how you really feel. I'll tell you how I really feel. I'll tell you that much. And, you know, I don't really care if you like or don't like what I have to say. I really don't. And what I mean by that is, you've got something to say, I'm not going, oh my God, he doesn't like me, she doesn't like me. My name is not Donald Trump. It's BX Bad Boy. The bad isn't just a nickname. The boy part is a nickname. Because, well, I'm male. But I'm far from a boy. And BX is not a nickname either. It's where I'm originated from. You want to find out how bad that bad stands for? I ain't afraid. I'll tell you that much. Doesn't matter where I rest my head. It matters where my heart comes from. And the BX is where it comes from. So, I dare you. Well, back to another story. So, I got no problem going back and forth with nobody. I do it on Instagram. I do it on Twitter. I don't care. If you can prove me wrong, hey, I'll admit it. If you can't, well, fuck you. Then you need to kick rocks. Just got into a fucking fight with another white supremacist on Instagram. He's another clown. I used to be a long-time Democrat, and then Trump showed me the errors of my ways. Oh, so Trump let you know it's okay to be a racist fucking cracker. Okay, then you be that. But don't sit here and try to tell me that Trump is some kind of fucking savior because you're both racists. He ain't done shit for this country. As a matter of fact, as usual, he fucks us over. He fucked us on COVID. Now he's fucking us on the goddamn vaccine because he was given an opportunity to secure 500 million fucking 500 million shots. He said, nah, we're still negotiating. No, bitch. You take the deal. Save this country. You said fuck it. So now other people are stepping in our shoes and we're fucked because of your orange fucking dumbass. So you can go fuck yourself, Paul. I care. I don't want COVID to eat you alive, but it's just proof you're a sicker virus than the damn COVID because you killed the virus because you're a sick virus that needs to be eradicated. But, you know, I digress. Fat bitch. Oops. Sorry. Tourette's. Bitch. Pig. Oh, shit. I got TT. Trump Tourette's. Douchebag. Douche canoe. Shit. They don't make a medication for it. The only cure is to wipe him off the face of the earth. Only cure. And since that's not going to happen, I'm stuck, bitch. So that's the guy that I was arguing with on Instagram had the audacity to tell me that my whole thing is I have, what does he called it, TSD? The fuck out of here. I don't have PTSD in the form of Trump. He's a douche. He's a sexist, racist douche. Tell me one thing he did for this country. Not one thing he did for white people. One thing he did for rich people. One thing he did for one person. No. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on. Because you as president are supposed to be for the country. Not for the white people. Not for the black people. Not for the Chinese people. You're supposed to be for every people. So I don't care if he helped out all the fucking rich white crackheads. I don't care. That's not our country. Our country is super diverse and it's full of all kinds of people. If your intentions are to help out one, then you didn't help out this country, so you didn't do shit for this country. So, kick rocks with that. But of course, white, racist pieces of shit thinks he's Jesus. Then the second coming of Trump. No. Trump is a douche and a racist pig. That you are as well. So you see yourself in the orange banana. So, you're a douche too. You're a racist pig. You're a sexist whore. And the Tourette's just kicks in. And for the record, I know most of this to be true. Because a woman was questioned and she thinks that president is a man's job. I'm sorry, you silly cunt. There is no such thing as a man's job. No such thing as a woman's job. Well, minus giving birth. Unfortunately, the hole's not big enough on a man to spit out a baby. But we had a hand in it. Anyway, there's no such thing as a man or woman's job. Because a man can do a woman's job and a woman can do a man's job. Any job I can do, a woman can do. In some cases, do it better. And in some cases, there's not a job I can't do better than a woman. It depends. But it has nothing to do with them being a woman or me being a man. So that's a sexist bitch against herself. That's just stupid. And other ones will question about racism, and they say it's okay to be racist. It's okay to hate black people and colored people. No, it's not. This country was supposed to be founded on equality for all man. And man meant humans that live in this country and are citizens, as well as non-citizens, even though the statement implies you're an American. Stupid bitch is all I got to say. My Tourette's, man, my Tourette's. And I'm not making fun of Tourette people, so don't accuse me of that. I'm stating that a person like Trump could cause you to have Tourette's. That's specific to his fucking orange crackhead ass. And it doesn't make any sense on how you don't see him as a racist and see yourself as a racist when you choose race first. I teach this to my son, and maybe I'll teach you children too. You know, your Republican children. If your statement, complaint, and or problem starts with a race or color, you are a racist. You can't say these black people. They aren't the way they are because they're black. These white people, they're not the way they are because they're white. Okay? So you can't start off with race or nationality or color. I made a conversation about this before. My father said he won't walk through a crowd of blacks because they all hate whites and he's not going to cause a drama. But he'll walk through a crowd of whites because they don't hate themselves. Therefore, he can walk through them and there'll be no racial problems. That's a racist statement. And even though he's right, you can't walk through a crowd. That's because it's rude. Not because you're white and they're black, or they're white and you're white, or you're Spanish, they're Spanish. No, it's because it's rude. As a matter of fact, if a white person were to walk right at me instead of around me, I'm going to want to fuck him up. If a black person does it, I'm going to fuck him up too. Spanish, because it doesn't matter what color they are. The only thing that matters, they're being disrespectful. If you purposely walk through a crowd of people, you're purposely being disrespectful, and how else could that be seen? So if you start your complaint, problem, or issue with a color or race, you are racist, and at least a bigot or prejudice. I would tell you flat out, and I have, and I will, and I will not walk through a crowd of anybody, even if it was all women. Well, then again, they're all cute. No, I will not even walk through a crowd of women, no matter what color they are, even if it's a mixture of colors, because it's fucking rude. I tell my son, and I'll tell you young children out there, whatever you start with is all it's about. If you go, hey, you want some ice cream, don't you? But the reason why you're asking me is because you want ice cream, then it's all about you. If you say, hey, I want some ice cream, how about you? Not, you want some ice cream, don't you? No, bitch. I know what you're up to. So, whatever you start your basis of, the basis is the foundation. The foundation is what the building fucking stands on. So if the building stands on dead bodies, then you're a fucking murderer. If the building stands on racism or race, then you're a racist. If it stands on top of women, then you're a sexist pig. If it's on top of men, what are they? I guess it's still sexist pig. But if it's a man, is it sexist big? Sure, we'll go with it. So, if you start your thing off with about yourself, about a race, whether you say it or not, it's your motivating factor, then you're being racist, selfish, sexist, prejudiced, bigotous, rigotous, tigotous. So, can't say, oh, look at those black people. That's irrelevant. One, you're pointing out the obvious. Two, their color is fucking irrelevant. Especially since it's obvious. You know what makes it irrelevant the most? It's obvious. That's what makes it irrelevant the most. If I go over and look at somebody, ooh, I know what they are. Oh. The second most important reason, because you're a racist bitch. And being racist is second worst thing on the planet you could do and or be. It's also probably the dumbest thing you could ever do and or say, because your race and or color are beyond irrelevant to the circumstances. Wow. I went on a race tirade. I do apologize. I take racism very seriously, and it's something very dear and near to my heart, because I spent my lifetime being ridiculed because of my race, for one reason or another. And most of it was unjustified. Now, the parts that were justified was that cops look at me differently, jobs look at me differently, most people look at me differently. Like, I know a lot of people who have told me it's a good thing I was white, or I wouldn't have gotten a job. And guess what? They're right. Because that's exactly what the interviewer said to me. So, we're not going to go there on who that was. It was a long time ago, but still true. So, but other than that, my color doesn't make me who I am. I make me who I am. And the basis of my color has fucking nothing to do with it. And anyone who thinks it does is an obvious, undercover, racist piece of shit. Oh, sorry. Going into that tirade again. I have a brother. I spent the last 20 or 30 years growing up with him. And he happens to be black. And I watched what was done to him over the years. Some by my family, some by just people. As we walked down the neighborhoods, I watched certain people grabbing their purses, grabbing their pockets. I've seen businesses kick us out. I don't know if, because I spent the last 20, 30 years with him, that the other race issues didn't come up as much. Since we spent so much time together, I didn't let it happen. And when it was about to, I stood up for him, just like he did with me. When racism came my way, he did the exact same thing I did for him. And we did that back and forth for the last 20 or 30 years. Because that's what brothers do. Regardless their colors. And I don't think anybody should go through that. So on that note, I will bid you adieu, adieu, adieu. And please like and subscribe, dislike, leave a comment, yell at me. Just be respectful, and I'll be respectful back. And on to the next episode. Peace. Wait a minute. You know, the whole video I did not mention much about Diaper Donnie. I'm sorry. The title is still the point I was discussing how much he's a whiny little bitch. Diaper Donnie out.